Hello guys, welcome again to another BTC video. I hope you're doing great today. I want to talk today a little bit about BTC, especially with the fact that it looks like we're bottoming out and trying to reverse the trend that we're seeing right now in the chart. So I'm going to go straight to the charts and try to explain what I see and what my expectations are. I'm going to show you the positives, the negatives. I'm going to show you the bullish scenario, the bearish scenario, and I'm going to show you the invalidation points for both basically. So first of all, we were talking last time that BTC has done its first lower low in this upward rally that we had here from this point right there all the way up to here. So as you can see now, the lower low is a confirmed lower low, which was around $55,000. This has been expected, by the way, for a while for BTC to drop to that area, especially because it was kind of overextended from everything, including the 18 EMAs on the daily time frame and on the weekly time frame. With that being said, right now what I see BTC doing is potentially reversing this specific downtrend, but I don't think it will go up for a higher high. I think what it most likely will do is another lower high, sorry, in my opinion. Now keep in mind this lower high, sorry, could be something like this, or could be something like this, or could be something like that, and all of these are considered lower highs, and I'm gonna explain why I see this lower high, lower low. So basic TA, free basic TA lesson for everybody right here. Usually when you have a strong trend, and I explained this last time in my video, when you have a strong trend that is forming higher highs and higher lows all the time, and suddenly your trend breaks with force, which is right here, and then you form your first lower low, as you can see here, similar situation to what we are doing right now. What you do potentially after is 90% of the time you go for a lower high. Now after you reach your lower high, you drop again, either to form another lower low, or maybe same low, maybe a double bottom formation. It's up to the indicators and what the indicators are indicating by then. But now we're going to take it step by step, and I'm going to show you why, in my opinion, we will form something very similar to this, by the way. Actually, it's kind of funny and kind of uncanny how much these resemble each other. So this one right here could be characterized as a falling wedge as well, which are bullish in nature, but you can see that they did break to the downside. And right now, if I zoom out slightly, this could be potentially doing the same thing, where you do something along those lines, and they're very similar, just smaller in size basically. Now it doesn't mean I'm not gonna try to scare people and say okay, we are going to break down, but we have our key levels to watch out for on the downside and on the upside, and we have our scenarios, and if we can know these two things, we will probably be planning very well ahead. For example, last time I did tell my Discord, and I did also tell you guys here on YouTube community that if you break 60,000, if you lose 60,000, you most likely will see 55 again. And behold, we saw 55 again. So I'm gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna keep it simple. We break a level, we will see this level to the upside or to the downside. Now, in my personal opinion, the small this is the daily time frame, by the way. The small time frame indicators are bullish. Everything is pointing to bullish momentum, which is great. By small time frame, I mean 1, 2, 3, 4 hour, 6 hour, 7, 8 hour, and 12 hour. They're bullish, but that doesn't mean that a new rally is coming, and I'm gonna explain also why. You did print a bullish candle right here, a hammer right there, and these candles are reversals. So now you have a confirmed bullish candle at the end of a downtrend. You need one more confirmation of a green candle above the price of this candle, and most preferably two. So 2 green days in a row, and then this is potentially a reversal to go even much higher than where we dropped basically. So more than $60,000, and it's not so far-fetched. And I'm gonna explain why. Because first of all, your daily EMAs are around 61,500. That's number one. Second of all, your trend line right here is around 64,500, and I think if BTC does manage to break 61.5 and bounce above these EMAs again, I think potentially you will see 64,500 one more time, which will be a rejection area in my opinion, because I think you will go for that lower high. Now, why do I sound so bearish? And it's just not me, it's just the basic TA. Like I said, once you form that lower low, you will potentially form a lower high after. and then you try sideways until you break. And that's not bad. It's very good if it plays out like this, so it will give us more time to accumulate the small dumps. But the worrisome thing for me is a repeat of May. This is what's worrisome. Now, why is this worrisome? I'm going to explain why as well. Let me show you. So before we go, why I think it's worrisome, for now, the first key level to hold for, or to break for BTC to become bullish again, is that 61.5k region. If BTC breaks above 61.5, which is your daily EMAs right there, so if you break above and you hold these EMAs for a day, you close a daily candle above, then you most likely will see the top end of the trend line coming in around 64.5 basically. Now I think this will be a rejection because you have your previous all-time high right there at 64,893 or 800. Now it will be very good sign that BTC goes to the area again, but similar to May, similar to here, where our all-time high was around 64, we dropped all the way down to 47, bottomed out, formed another bullish reversal candle. You can see it right here. This is a hammer as well. Got the confirmation of the reversal, pumped for a few, I think this was like 2 weeks or something, consolidated on top, couldn't break the 59.5 region. It was very strong resistance, and now you see that it's still strong resistance because we are getting rejected around 59. So formed a strong resistance right here and then dropped massively, and after the drop you basically thought that you were going to hold this support trend line, but the support trend line broke. How did we know that this support trend line will break? Well, our indicators kind of told us, especially that we had a lot of divergences back in the day, back then. But yeah, to facilitate everything for everybody, for the bulls out there, I'm going to start with the bulls out there. You need BTC to break above 61.5 first. Hold it. If you break above 61.5 and you hold it, you're going to go retest at least 64.5 in my opinion. Now, if you do break above 64.5, specifically, I'm going to say this, specifically above 67, then you'll see a new all-time high again. If you don't, then you most likely will not see an all-time high anymore. It will be a lower high, sorry. Okay? And it's highly unlikely, in my opinion, for BTC to go above 66.5 right now. Let me just show you one more thing. Also, fun fact: this is a wave. This is a big A wave correction, and this is kind of worrisome because if this is an A wave correction, like we've been speaking about in my previous videos, then this was truly a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 waves to the upside, and now we're entering an ABC correction, and the ABC is still not over. So if this is truly an A wave, and you can take your fib retracement, this is so bad actually, the fib. Let me try to make it accurate. Okay, if you take your fib retracements all the way to the bottom right here, and we call this our local bottom for A wave. Let me reverse this. You can see where I expect BTC to potentially reject. Now, BTC is funny. Okay, usually your rejections come around the golden pocket, which is this area right here, between 62.3 and 63.9. Given into consideration that B wave can go all the way up to 0.85. So it could go all the way up to 67. So even if you go there, there's going to be still a potential rejection there, and it's going to be still scary to be at that point. You need to break above it to basically just invalidate the whole ABC scenario. But usually BTC, instead of going to the 0.5 and to 0.618, which it does a lot of times as well, it loves to go to the 0.7.74 region. That's why I have them marked here as my fib ratios right there. So it's very likely for Bitcoin to go to this area around 65, basically, if you hold above 61.5. That's the first main thing you need to do. Maybe a wick, maybe you go to 64.5 like we talked, maybe a wick to 65.5, and then you drop one more time to C wave. Now, C wave is where it gets interesting, because C wave can go all the way down to 53, basically, or can go all the way down to, I don't know, like 45 or something. I need to check. Let me just try to give you. Let's assume the best case scenario that because BTC loves to go there, by the way. So I can show you here just a small example. This is your all-time high. This is your drop right there, and you can see where BTC went to, the 0.7 exactly. So it loves to go to these areas. So Worst case scenario for C-Wave. That's the absolute worst, in my opinion. And I'm going to show you the absolute worst. Absolute worst is C goes to $43,000. That's the absolute worst. But if C does go to $43,200, it will be very, very scary because you lost a trend line. You lost a support trend line. You formed a huge ABC correction, similar to this situation right here. As you can see, this is also the 1618. And then hopefully, if you do this again one more time, hopefully you don't lose this. Because if you lose this and you go below, that's game over. Even though by now this looks like game over, because this situation or this scenario looks like a head and shoulder formation, potential head and shoulder formation. But we will see. By then we will see. I will analyze by then if it happens. Best case scenario, it goes to the 618 again. So basically it forms a higher low from 55, which is great. This is the best case scenario. Then semi worst case, it goes to the 1. So it goes to around $52,000. This is a semi worst case scenario. Now, why am I putting all of these bear scenarios, and why am I not talking about the bullish scenario? Even though small time frame indicators like the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily are bullish, which you are seeing right now, and you're printing a bullish reversal candle, so you're probably asking me, Maze, okay, we have all of these bullishness on the daily, why won't it go up more or break a new all-time high or wherever? The main reason, in my opinion, is the weekly time frame. That's the weekly is super ugly and super scary, and I'm gonna explain why. Usually the squeeze indicator has two types of things, a green curvature and a red curvature. The green curvature, as you can see right here on the weekly time frame, is where you sell BTC. And look, if you sold right here, you avoided this, okay? The red is where you buy, basically, the red curvature. So if you bought right here, as I said, look at that. Perfect upside, amazing pump to the upside. Now the problem is, and this is the huge problem, is right now we are in the green. So with that logic of selling the green and buying the red, then most likely people need to get out right now. Not right now, but after that lower high is made, something similar to this. So best case scenario, the market will give us a rounded top one more time before it exit. Worst case scenario, the market will not give us this and we will go for a lower high, and after that lower high is done, bam, drop. Keep in mind then when this lower high formed, you had a small alt season as well. So you can still take advantage of the gains right here. And I think you can still take advantage of the gains right here because this will form a lower high in my opinion. And I think we will see 61.5 hopefully if the market will give us. But I think you will see it. I think you will see 61.5 at least, or all the way up to 65.5, like we said, the 0.7 fib. But it will take a few days. It's not going to happen in a day or two. It will take some time to go there again. Now, just keep in mind this. Another thing that I want to talk about is the squeeze itself on the weekly. There was a bullish, a hidden bullish divergence, by the way. Now, you cannot see it. Excuse my dog, by the way. You cannot see it right now because it's too far. But there was a bullish hidden divergence on the squeeze indicator. And right now, we're forming a hidden bearish divergence, or a bearish divergence, actually. It's not even a hidden bearish. It is a bearish divergence on the weekly time frame. So you can see this and this. Right? So this is a bearish divergence, and before on the weekly you formed a hidden bullish divergence and you pumped from 29 to 54, taking into consideration that you need to buy the red squeeze and sell the green squeeze. So if I was telling you this at $29,000, which I kind of told my Discord back in the day, if I was telling you the red squeeze on the weekly is showing us a buy signal and we have a hidden bullish divergence, so we need to buy here, many of you who are potentially bears in nature would probably just say, no, he's wrong. And right now I'm saying the same thing. I'm saying you usually sell the green and you don't buy the red on the weekly. But many of you who are bullish in nature are probably going to say, no, he's probably wrong. So it's just perspective. I'm not going to try to scare you guys. I don't want to really scare anyone, but I just want to give you that different point of view to all the TAs out there, because I know YouTube is full of either perma bulls or perma bears, or I just want to give you an unbiased look at the charts with both scenarios in my opinion. For now, sadly for BTC, it doesn't have a level to break to the upside to make it re-bullish again. the level to break on the upside is the all-time high. So next move needs to make a new all-time high. If it doesn't make a new all-time high and it does a lower high with a consolidation similar to May, then most likely you will drop one more time and form another lower high and enter a downtrend, which might take weeks. So you can see here it took us a long time. So basically from that sell signal in April all the way to 19 July. So around 3 months of bearishness and 3 months of depression and anxiety after you had another upside. And it might happen again. It might really happen again, or it might lead us to just a bear market. Now, if we go to a bear market, I'll probably see it happening because I have an indicator like this, which is called the 18 and 30 EMA on the weekly time frame. If these cross bearish, then the bear market is here, and I'll probably tell anyone with confidence also this. But right now, as you can see right here, it faked out, so we're still bullish. And in my opinion, worst case scenario for this to do a repeat of this is, like I said, go to the 43K region, probably drop below to 48. So if we start to go to 48, then that's probably gonna be a sign that you're gonna see 43 again. Okay. So anyways, guys, this is the analysis for today. I hope it wasn't too complicated for you. Like I said, just a summary, small time frames are showing a reversal, a small reversal in my opinion, which will take you above the EMAs to 61.5K region, hopefully to 65.5 one more time. If it doesn't go there, you will see consolidation around 61.5 for a few days, and then you see another drop. Don't be scared right now. Don't be alarmed. The weekly is alarming, yes, 100%. But what we can do, the best thing you could do is just take precautions. Stop losses, trailing stop losses, taking out some profits, taking out some capital if you don't want to take out profits, leaving some in. Never go all out, by the way. Never go all in. Just balance it. Manage your portfolio so you can just put both scenarios and just be like, okay, if a 50% drop happened tomorrow, am I happy with my portfolio? If a 50% pump happens tomorrow, am I happy with my portfolio? If the answer is yes to both, then you're good to go. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you did enjoy it. Please like, please subscribe, please share this video. Make this channel grow so I can keep posting more of this for you guys out there. And thank you again for your time, and I hope you enjoy your weekends and have a great one. See you guys.